The New York Jets are expected to be without Morgan Moses for at least 2 to 4 weeks, and this is honestly kind of a win. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Talking Jets with Tigo. My name is Tigo, and today we're going to be talking about kind of the good news and bad news that is, well, Morgan Moses is going to be out for the next 2 to 4 weeks, and that's the bad news. We don't want to lose any of our players for any significant amount of time. But why is it good news? Well, it's good news because this could have been a whole lot worse than it ended up being. Him having a bone bruise and a sprained MCL is best case scenario. It doesn't require any surgery. He just has to kind of stay off of his knee. And he can still be a part of the meetings, and, it's not going to impact his performance all that much in the grand scheme of things like a more serious injury might, and that's the key issue here. But the other benefit is that, well, the New York Jets prepared for this outcome in the drafting of Olu Fashanu in the first round. It was all under the guise, or not guise, but all under the assumption that both of our tackles weren't going to play all 17 games. And while a lot of people expected Tyron Smith to be the tackle that missed time, Morgan Moses is in this situation, and we have a really high-level player who can immediately come in and fill in that spot in Olu Fashanu, and we still have all of our offensive line depth that we didn't have before, and that's the great part about this. Now, the other good thing when you take into consideration everything that's going on right now is the set of teams that we are going to be facing over the next 4 weeks. We all have to hope that the injury to Morgan Moses does not keep him out for the full 4 weeks, but more importantly, only keeps him out for a maximum of 3 weeks, because the next 4 games for the New York Jets goes versus Denver, versus Minnesota, versus Buffalo, and then at Pittsburgh. And while the New York Jets are more than capable of handling the, subpar defensive lines of the Denver Broncos, the Minnesota Vikings and Van Ginkel are actually performing really, really well on the edge. And the Buffalo Bills obviously have Rousseau and different rotation players on the edge, but those are all guys that I think we can handle. But no one can handle TJ Watt, and that's the issue. And you don't want to put your rookie up against arguably the best defensive lineman in the NFL, multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year winner, and that is the situation that we're staring down the barrel of. Now, all of this can change if Olu goes out there and absolutely dominates over the next couple of weeks, and you feel really confident of him going in there. But let's put the veteran against the veteran and not ask a rookie to stop TJ Watt. But again, when we look at the teams that we're going up against, Olu going in to his first NFL game full-time as a starter against the Denver Broncos is the best case scenario, because the Denver Broncos don't really have a defensive line that is really accomplishing or doing all that much. Even with the addition of Jonathan Franklin Myers, they don't really have anybody in that front that is creating any type of pressure consistently or winning their reps consistently. And that's a good thing, because it's going to let us go in, work him up slowly, build him up, and build up his confidence, so that when you go into the Minnesota Vikings game, which are a better defensive front with Van Ginkel and Grenard, they're still not so good that Olu can't handle it. And the same thing with the Buffalo Bills. The expectation is that Rousseau, more likely than not, is going to be going up against Tyron Smith. And again, even if Rousseau does bump over to the right side to go up against Olu, I feel confident in his pass protection to hold up and everything like that. And we saw some benefits from his run game as well. So, long story short, we kind of walked away with a win against when it comes to the Morgan Moses injury. The amount of time that he's going to be out is far less than what was originally anticipated, and that's a big deal. And now the new thing is hoping and praying that he doesn't have to miss all the way until week 8, where we play New England at New England again, but that his first game back is against the Pittsburgh Steelers in week 7. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think this is a win, kind of like I think it is? I'm curious to know. Let me know in the comment section below. And last but not least, go Jets.